Hello everybody, Sean Milburn here with Milburn Motorsports once again today, and yes, I did shave my face. I look like I'm about 5 years old, but we're not going to mind that, it'll grow back eventually. So I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting on this video. I know it's been a little while since I posted the last one. This is finally going to be the race. So this was probably the best race I have had to date. I'm super excited to get to show this to you guys. I got the front and rear footage. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'll show you guys what was going on, and I'll see you in a sec.
And we got Sean Milburn over here. Sean, we're live on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
How's this gonna go?
There's a huge field out here, man. Like, there's a lot of cars, but I'm not really nervous. I mean, it's another day in the business, right? Just gotta get it to it. We had some problems yesterday, but we got them fixed, so no matter what the car does, I'm just gonna have to make the best of it. That's what drivers do.
If you didn't hear that, they had a little bit of a problem yesterday. His brother was in the car, had a small accident. So he's going out basically in a virgin car. Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
That was Charlie Frank with the Speed Traveler Show. He is a really good guy. He drives with Go Gear in the USTCC. His co-driver is driving in this race, so he's out filming, checking everything out that's going on, walking down the grid. It was super cool because we actually got to go out on the track and kind of park there, get out. I just kind of sat in the car because I didn't feel like getting out. I was getting mentally prepared for what we were about to do. Huge field of cars, and the car was broken the day before, so I'm just out here to drive it and do the best I can, really.
I know you guys.
Hey! Hey! Come here! Come here!
How's it going? Good
What's
luck,
up?
man. How's it going?
Going great.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
You excited? I'm happy for
Yep.
you.
It's quite a big crowd around here.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's
You
up?
guys are out here.
Dude, kick some ass.
I'm gonna
I saw
try-
all your shit. I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, I have so much video from the weekend too. It's gonna be dope.
I know.
But-
I'm excited to see you out here.
Yeah. Practice went good, and the car feels really good. So I'm just gonna, like, all these cars around me are all getting hungry. So.
Take it easy, you know.
Well, yeah. Just don't stack it on the first lap.
Don't, yeah.
Yep.
But do what you can to do, you know.
Basically.
So excited. Yeah, we're here with the other guys, and I'm like, 'cause I saw them, and I'm like, wait, I know you, and they're like, come out here. I'm like, sweet. All right, now we gotta go over there.
All right. Yeah. Go for it.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go, boys. We're going to be gridding up really soon here, just coming onto the main straight after the warm-up lap. Always starting from a standing start in the US Touring Car Championship. Went ahead and took my place. You can see the rear cam facing behind me. Reza Arshan is starting behind me. So, should be a little worried about him depending on how good of a start I get. Green flag is being shown. It's out. We're good to go. We're racing. It's going to be a long race, long commentary. I hope you guys enjoy this. Cars get super bundled up. I can see that they're trying to go 3 wide into turn 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold my inside and wait to see what happens through turn 2. Let all the cars kind of settle out a bit. There are a lot of touring cars in front of me which are out-of-class vehicles. So I don't want to tangle with them too hard if I don't need to. But there are also cars in this pack that I am racing against as well. That, for points at least, all these cars are going to be going for overtakes. Rez is behind me, so he made it through well. I made it through well. Gary Trudeau went a little wide in turn 3. Next in-class car for me to catch is going to be Andy Chittum in that orange Miata you see up front there. After him is going to be Pete Bovenberg, and then Josh Lyon, and then Brad Austin taking first in Sportsman, leads off the start. See some dirt on turn 6. Someone went a little wide, but they seem to have rejoined track perfectly fine. You can hear the gearing in the car, still a little messed up. But I'm going to have to make do with what I got. That's part of racing, is you drive what you bring and you make the best with it each and every time. So I can see Andy's fighting with Pete a little bit. Reza locks up his brakes, something absolutely fierce behind me. I made sure to give him a little bit of room on that outside. He did get up next to me. He's going to just fall in behind me. So those little jabs he's giving me are definitely going to slow the both of us down as we're trying to progress through this field. All the cars in front of me are very fast cars, so to be able to catch them, we're going to need to work together instead of against each other at the start of this race. Andy Chittum is now directly in front of me. See Ken Kurtz getting loose in that IS 300. Tires still haven't warmed up. Gonna go up the inside of Andy. I was pretty sure I had him here. He brings it right back, squeezes me on the inside of 3, giving me enough room, but slows me down enough to pass me on the outside. Really good move by him. So turn 4, I'm gonna fall back a little bit to see if I can get a nice run on the throttle out of this corner. Huge run on the power. Let's go ahead and dive this inside in 5, see if we can get it done. He can get on the brakes earlier, so he's going to be able to take that full line without me intruding. Still got to worry about Reza behind me. He's not... Oh, now he's close. Now he's close. Nothing he can really do in 6 here. He's going to have to back out. And I thought I was going pretty slow through that, and the car pushed a little bit wider in 6 than I thought it would. Outside of the corkscrews, never going to happen. Just mainly trying to keep Andy in check, keep him on his toes there. You can see the IS 300 is definitely splitting this field, so he's not letting our group by here. We have some cars that we're trying to catch up to. Reza goes for the dive. I let him. I'm going to over-under because I saw how fast he was going. There's no way he's going to hold that momentum out of the corner. And it should be a pretty easy pass up the inside. Got to worry about Andy now. Got the power on him, so we're going to see if we can get it done on the outside of 2. I have to get on the brakes earlier than he does. Most cars in my class can outbrake me. So that is the bane of this vehicle. And putting it in 5th gear does not help. Reza was able to kind of work it up next to me. Not quite, though. I was able to get back in line. And we're really going to need to try and figure out a way around this IS 300 if we're going to try and make anything of this. Reza's poking his nose on the inside. I'm going to chop him off because he didn't earn that space. There's a lot of people running in the dirt. Extra wide lines coming out of the U.S. Touring Car Championship as everyone's giving it their all. You see me defend a little bit against Reza there, and I give him the absolute freest pass of his life, going just barely wide enough to touch the dirt. But I didn't lose a whole lot from that. Gary Trudeau, out of class car, comes up on me. Sorry about that, Gary. I did not see you trying to go up that inside. That was my bad. And I do submit to give him that position so he can go off and chase his competition. Looking back, I do regret doing this because I soon found out that I was running just kind of overall faster. And at least in the area we were running in, I could see he was making mistakes. And I needed to go catch that group in front of me. But now I'm just going to be chilling back here. Yellow flag. So looking over here, it looks like Freddie McAway, he is stuck on the straightaway. Something happened to his car, he is out of the race, and that yellow is going to be there for quite some time. So we'll see what that looks like later on in the race. That is going to blow some passing opportunities coming out of turn 11, which is a spot that a lot of the people with higher horsepower cars like to pass it due to how slow you have to go. So I'm basically just watching the fight between Andy and Reza in front of me here. I'm currently sitting in 5th position, maybe 6th. And so right now, since I have nobody pressuring me from behind, and I don't have anybody to challenge up front entirely, I'm going to be running the car with just a steady pace. I don't want to overwork my tires. This is a 45-minute race, so we have a lot of time to go. Not anything like a super long endurance race, but it is definitely enough to where if you use too much of your car, your tires will go away. And I'm hoping to capitalize on that in the second half of the race. So I just want to keep these guys in front of me, keep them about a corner away from me, and hopefully Gary can keep up his pace so I won't have to try and do any funny business to get around him. See the power on the RSX without any of the rewards weight is beautiful. I absolutely love this motor. It works so well. Our next thing we need to do with the vehicle is going to be a brake upgrade of some kind, because as I stated before, we are lacking super hard on our brakes. Here I tried to downshift it to third, but I didn't really like over revving the motor like that and figured fourth would be better. The car currently is in a weird situation where fourth is too low and third is too high sometimes, and you just have to try and hold that momentum in fourth and just stick it out. Turn 5, for example. You can hear the car's a bit low in the RPMs, not crazy low, but enough to where it definitely falls out of that torque, which we need as much of it as we can get. So Reza made it by Ken in the IS300. So after seeing him do that, I was very kind of suspicious that I wouldn't be able to catch up to him in the later stages if he can keep pulling away from Ken, because that is kind of the crux of the sportsman class currently, is passing out of class cars that are just very slightly faster in some areas like straights, and then slowing you down in the corners where it really kind of counts for those more momentum based vehicles that don't have as much horsepower. So I'm back on Andy. Gary runs this a little wide, and now that my competition's right in front of me, I am trying to get by Gary, because there's actually plenty of reason for me to try and pass him. So I'm going to try and stick it on the inside of 4, see if he'll let me by. Doesn't seem like it. Lap traffic. Andy gets caught in the middle, passed on both sides. Super unfortunate for Andy there. Super momentum based car. He was left with nowhere to go. That's super unfortunate for his race, but fortunate for mine. Let's see if we can keep him off of our tail now. I do have more horsepower than he does, but he's a very skilled driver and he knows how to send that car. So looking for the next car in front of me at this point, I can still see Reza. So I'm not counting him out yet. If he makes a mistake, I'll be right here to capitalize off of him. But Reza is pretty good. His car does tend to break. Really unfortunately, I would love to get like a solid race where he's able to complete the whole thing, because it seems like about 3/4 of the way through most races, just some little thing goes on with the car that forces him to stop running. So we'll see if he can keep his pace and run it all 40 minutes of the race without any issues. If he does, he's looking like he's in a good spot to go chase down the leaders. So for the car being broken yesterday, I am very satisfied with how this is performing. It's allowing me to drive it without it being way too squirrely. It's not as fast as it normally is, just because I'm not sending it as hard as I normally can, just because I'm not 100% trusting in the car. I don't want to try and get that part that isn't working very well to brake. We are still on that control arm that we hit with a hammer like 800 times to straighten out the rear toe. So the goal for this is to just make it through this race. Currently we are sitting in 4th position. or 5th position, we have Brad Austin, Pete Bovenberg, Josh Lyon, and Reza Arsham to pass. So we are sitting in 5th. Edgar Lau coming up in the GT class in that 350. That thing is absolutely wild. I love that car so much. And it's driven by a very, very skilled driver. So I'm going to go ahead and let him get on with his race. Now that I've seen the GT leader come up behind us, I need to be more mindful of watching my mirrors to make sure that the other GT cars that are going to be coming up on us are able to pass without us impeding their race. I really don't like getting in the way of the GT cars, but on the other hand, I don't like them getting in the way of me. So sometimes they pass you in really, really, really shitty spots. So I always try and make sure they pass in a spot that won't hinder either of us, if I can manage to do so. There I tried 3rd gear again. Seemed to work out okay. You can see how much dirt is just being kicked up. We are running this directly after the Indy race, and a lot of the people in the UST have gone off in the dirt, just probably touching their tires. Right here, inside of 5, there's some dirt. Outside of 5, there's some dirt. You can just see it everywhere. Oh, there's some slower traffic coming up here. Something definitely happened. So right here, I'm trying to analyze. Okay, that's Pete Bovenberg. He's falling back through the field. And there was quite a bit of dust on the track. Perhaps something happened between 2 cars. Maybe racing a little too close to each other. Potentially having some contact. I don't know for sure, but that would be my understanding. I can also see Josh Lyon. He's directly in front of Ken Kurtz in the Ice 300. They're both falling back through the group. They're both in my class, so now that I have 2 cars in my class directly in front of me, this is where I'm going to start pushing a little more to try and get around these guys. I also have to be careful of Andy. He is still here, so definitely can't count him out. Gonna go ahead and get by Gary here, so he's allowing me to race against my competition now. There's a yellow flag, so no passing in this section. I got around that car before the yellow, thankfully. IS300 locking up his brakes, something fierce. Pete running wide. I run on the inside. As I go by, I can see some damage on the front left of this car, so there was definitely contact. I can only assume it was with Josh Lyon. Josh might also have some damage here, so I'm going to go ahead and just try my best to catch up to him. I'm currently sitting in 3rd position, or 4th position now, actually. 4th position, because there's still Reza Arsham in front of me. So we have Brad Austin, Reza Arsham, and then Josh Lyon in front of me now. I can see the traffic behind me is significantly fallen off, so Andy Chittum got caught up in that traffic. So I don't have to worry about anybody behind me currently, thankfully enough. Our main focus now is going to be Josh, keeping up with him, and trying to get around him, more importantly, because that is going to be podium that he's sitting in there. And now that I'm in the position of challenge, saving my tires more towards the first half of the race, I do have the grounds to be able to try and catch him and pass him. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to keep driving my line. Going to see how he's driving his line to see what points on the track I'm going to be stronger in to go for those potential pass opportunities. As I stated before, looking in my mirror to see those GT cars, here comes Rob Harper in his Corvette. I'm going to go ahead and let him by the outside. He's going to get split off by Josh. Josh does let him in. I'm going to see if I can follow Rob through. Super late on the brakes. Put it in the wrong gear. 5th gear again. Gotta stop doing that. Josh is out in the dirt. He missed his corner entirely, but he gets it back on, stays on the throttle, and he's good to go. So no capitalization there. Good drive by Josh. That would have been a free position, but he got that back online really quick, so good job to him. He is feeling the pressure now, though, so I'm just going to keep laying it on him. Just let him know I'm here, and just keep letting him know I'm here, and eventually I'll try and go for a move. So the run up this hill, I'm like, geez, look at that difference in that corner entry speed as well as the power up the hill. So I send it up the inside just to see if I can get it done around through the corkscrew, give each other room, make it through side by side. I have the inside for turn 10. This should be a position. We have a super touring car coming up behind us, so we do need to clear up so that he can get by. I'm going to go ahead and let him by on the outside of 10, so Josh can't try and dive him on the inside. So he's by. I can worry about my race once more. Oh, one more time. Bo Borders, he's coming up in his Factory 5 car. But it's at perfect timing because we just hit the straightaway. I'm just going to stay on the throttle, leave him a pocket, and he'll be able to go right on by me. I'm going to give him a point by so he doesn't have to get up the gas. It gives me the flash as he goes on by. That's how you want to do it for letting faster traffic by. Didn't impede me at all, not a single bit, and I didn't impede him at all. I did miss my brake pedal though. So don't do that. I missed my brake, went a full marker too late. Excellent recovery. I did lose a position. I think I was a little bit too focused on letting faster traffic by me, and I did try and go for the brake pedal and missed it with my foot. So I feel that was a pretty good recovery considering I was a full braking marker off of my braking point. And I now know my strong point versus Josh. If I can slow him down into 6, I could get him up the hill. So that's going to be my strategy. So here we go. Lay on the throttle. Nice gap between us. Get a nice run through here. Here we go. He slowed down. I get on the gas, and I'm going to try and send it up the outside. I know I have to power up the hill. I might be able to clear him, which I do, so I can hug the inside. He has no chance of passing into this corner. So that was a nice clean pass. Now I have to try and keep running and defend my position. Currently sitting in 3rd place, which is a lot better than I thought I would do. I didn't know if I was going to be able to podium this race considering it was a broken car and not in its top performance condition. The motor and transmission are running super well though, so as long as the drivetrain components can stay together, everything stays the way it needs to be. I do feel I'll be able to finish this race with just some rear end damage from the day before. Almost touched the dirt there. I do see Reza, he's going off in the dirt. That's a free position. It looks like he has to pull off the track. So that is a big ouch for Reza again with his cars braking at later moments in the race. That leaves me in 2nd place though, so his loss is my gain. It's super unfortunate for him. I do feel for him. He was going for that contention for 1st in this race, and he has been taken out. Last person in front of me is going to be Brad Austin. He is absolutely nowhere to be seen. He's had so much time to try and run. So my main priority is hold on to this 2nd place as much as I can. I do have Ken Kurtz in my sights in front of me. I'm hoping he'll be able to maintain a bit faster of a pace. That way we won't have any problems tangling. He is an out-of-class car, so trying to pass him serves a little purpose besides putting a gap between me and my competition, which is kind of a cheese move. Don't normally try and do that because it kind of kills the racing aspect of it, right? If you've got a car breaking up your race, it's kind of puts a spoiler between it. Josh is keeping good pace, so he's actually staying really similar to the pace I've got going on here. It's going to be really hard to try and pull away from him. I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I'm just going to have to go for that defense. You can see, look at that dive on the brakes, manages to get it slowed down, and he makes up like 2 cars in 1 braking zone. So that is a true testament to how well that car's brakes work, which is again why I plead that we will be needing a better braking system if we're going to keep up with these guys. I do have him on the power. If you see that is where the RSX shines with the lack of rewards weight in the car. He goes for the turn 5 dive, Gets it beside me. I'm forced to give him a pocket. That was true side by side, door to door. He wants to stay in it for 6. I will stay committed. I'm not giving him that free position. I do give him enough room and managed to make him shave off enough speed on that inside of turn 6. So that is another position held. I do see a car coming up on me. Looks like another super touring car. Gonna go ahead and let him by on the inside of turn 9. Should be a quick and easy pass. Doesn't hinder me a whole lot at all and lets him get on by me. Coming up on some more lap traffic here. So we are on the straightaway. RSX is making power. It's going to go ahead and get on by the BMW here. And Josh is pretty far. I know the capability of the brakes in turn 2 though. Gets up on me pretty good there. Wasn't as deep as his last time. I have Ken in front of me now. He went ahead and let by the super touring car. Nice corner speed. The RSX is still holding pretty good for being about 25 minutes through the race at this point. 25 minutes of use on these tires is enough to start making them pretty relatively slippery. So the fact that I still have pretty good traction is most likely why I'm able to keep Josh off of me just a little bit here. You can see Ken, that back end is getting wiggly. So I am recognizing his tires might start to be going out. I am having to lift a bit, trying to show Ken that I would like to get around him. You can hear a little bit of audible frustration. And there is yet another super touring car coming up on us, so we are on the straightaway. It's going to be a good spot to let him by. Hopefully they have enough power so that I don't have to lift for him, and it's a nice clean pass into the braking zone. Gotta be careful here. I know Josh is going to dive behind this guy. Here he goes. Josh has the brakes. I'm forced on the outside. I'm going to have to try and scoot in between them before Josh can box me out of the inside. And managing to keep him away from me. Hold this inside for 3. Decide to downshift since I am on a slower line. Josh scoots up around the outside of turn 3. I have to let him have this position unless he gives me enough room. He runs it a tiny bit wide, late on the gas. And I'm going to go ahead and dive for this inside. Little bit of contact, just barely. It's okay though, I was bringing that in a little close racing. The touches do happen sometimes. He wants to try and challenge. Inside of 6, I go around the outside again. So really good run with Josh Lyon. I really enjoyed this race. And he is growing in his confidence on diving me at this point. So I know this position's really gonna take quite a bit to hold on to here. He did lose quite a bit of time with that really good challenge. But that is part of challenging. You have to realize when you do challenge and it doesn't work, you are going to lose time. That's the way it goes. So currently I'm trying to get away from him, but still have to try and find a way around Ken. A lot of dirt coming out of 11, so someone went off hard on that inside. That's the only way dirt can get into that position. So someone cut the track in too early, or they got squeezed way too hard in turn 11. One of the two. So I have to be aware turn 11 is going to be dirty. That was not a little bit dirty. Rez is still parked on the side. good job to everybody in USTCC as well. They seem to get their cars out of the way enough to let the race continue without needing a red flag. And big thank you to all of the drivers. It's unfortunate they had problems with the race, but that's what the next races are for. There'll always be another one to come on back to and try yet again. Here comes Josh. He's staying right by me. I know I have a good run up this hill. It's just a matter if I can get by the white IS300. The dirt makes the front end a little bit washy as you go through there, but it actually wasn't as bad as you might think. You can kind of feel the front tires don't bite for a second, and as soon as they touch the concrete after that, you're going slow enough to where they're able to bite. So you just got to be really patient through 11 now. So here I try and show Ken that I would like an opportunity. Forces me behind him. Really slows me down in 3. So Josh gets the freest pass of his life. But maybe I can challenge. I'm just going to go ahead and run it right up the outside. I'm going to stay right on his door. I'm still going to stay on his door in 6. I'm not going to let out of this. I do give him plenty of room. He gives me plenty of room. And it's a run up the hill. Absolutely love that racing. 3 corners completely side by side. Feels absolutely wicked. Gary Trudeau wants to go try and challenge the IS300. That is in his class. So he goes ahead and takes advantage of his opportunity while we were fighting to get a good run through us up the hill and pass both of us cleanly, not interfering with our racing and allowing himself to get back to his racing. This was a really unexpected surprise. Brad Austin in his Miata is sitting directly in front of me. That is first place in sportsman class, and he is way off pace. I don't know if there's an issue with his car of some kind, but there must be, because he had a really large gap and all of a sudden fell back through the pack. So I'm currently sitting in first position. Josh and I are fighting for first and second now, and he really goes for that dive. That was a really good opportunity by him to get on by me. I didn't defend the inside line, and that allowed him to outbrake me after realizing how much superior his brakes were into turn 2. Got up next to me, earned that position, and now it's going to be my opportunity to try and pass him once again. Super good back and forths. I really enjoy this race. Already having a ton of fun. I'm super confident going for a dive on Josh at this point due to how clean both of us have been racing against each other. I know that I can trust him. If I get up next to him, he will leave me room, and I will leave him room. So here we go. Here's my spot to try and catch up to him. I got a nice corner up there, slowly pulling on him. I gotta try something. Not gonna quite happen in the corkscrew. We still got a touring car battle going on in front of us, so not only do we have our fight, we have their fight to worry about. So Gary and Ken are slowing each other down, while me and Josh Lyon are slowing each other down. So it's just one giant mosh pit of cars racing for their position. I do get a super good run. Same thing that happened to me kind of happens to him. Outbreaks me into turn 11. Manages to stick it up the inside. I'm gonna try and use that power to get up on him here. not quite able to do it. He sticks it up the outside, defends his position well, and I did not see them waving that white flag. So I am unaware that this is the last lap of the race. That is super unfortunate. This is another reason we were trying to set up communications in the vehicle. We will get that done at some point. You can see the tires starting to go away as well. Josh is pretty far in front of me, and he is looking for more room. He's going to try and get himself between Gary and Ken, but I know Gary is not going to let that happen because he has his own race to go for. If he let Josh by there would be no chance. It gives me room to catch up to Josh. Up the hill once again. I have so much speed. I show outside, dive inside. I know I have a really good position here to potentially be able to pass him into the corkscrew. Outbreaks me again, and I'm forced behind him. Couldn't quite get it done there, but that was a good opportunity yet again. Good driving to Josh. Was able to outbrake me, keep his position, as well as make it in front of me in time to make his turn in. Nice turn 11, onto the straight once again. And as we're coming down, I spot the checkered flag being waved at the station.
Damn it, bro. Oh, good race, Josh.
Super good race. You could tell in the moment I was kind of frustrated because I felt like I had that race. Josh made a super good pass into turn 2. Was able to keep out in front. Had so much fun regardless. I mean, I was not expecting even close to a podium. And we ended up fighting for the lead.
Alright, that's a second place. That was a well-fought second place. Good race, Josh, bro. Holy fuck. What a race. Woo! Yeah!
I really hope you guys enjoyed this race as much as I did. I learned so much from this. Josh and I had such a blast, and afterwards it was all hugs. It was literally both of our best racing experiences so far, it seems. Even his coach came up to me and just thanked me for how good of a race that was. I could not have asked for anything more out of IndyCar weekend than to get such a good dice with such good competition. Another hang loose out the window.
Alright. So I didn't win, but hey, that's a second.
Coordinated.
Come on, guys.
One more guy coming.
Alright, go.
Yeah, get him! Yeah!
There you go, Sean. Yeah, that was a fun time. I will definitely take a second. Yeah, there's some left to go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was good. Came out with a second. Couldn't ask for better. I didn't even expect
Hey guys,
to
one
like
more
play
time.
Yeah, exactly.
The drivers, please hang out. We're gonna do a little quickie interview with all the drivers. So come on up, class by class.
Well, congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
And
We'll see you guys next time.
yep, sounds good. All right.
Let's go home.